Hey guys! Matt Science here. I don't know why I did that. Still in that weird mentality. Welcome back to Anime vs. Reality. Bailey's not here today, but he's joining in the Discord.
From beyond the grave.
From
Hello
through the
from
trees, you
the
could say.
other side.
You could say through the trees.
Through the trees.
Be-
Charlie in the bushes.
no, I'm making a reference to the anime.
Oh, yeah.
Because when rejoining the kids in season 2 of The Promised Neverland, and they're running through a forest for the first few episodes. So, like, literally the first, scene is all these characters running, all these kids running from a demon.
Yeah.
And Emma's just like, she somehow manages to look happy, and it's like, we're just playing tag. I've got to message someone quickly, sorry.
No, there's you know what they say about adrenaline junkies.
Sorry,
You know, get that
I'm just
high.
having a
Gotta
message.
gotta catch. Gotta chase that high.
Yeah. Well, Emma's just like, it's just treated like a game of tag. It's like, it's a game of tag against a demon creature that doesn't even talk, doesn't even have a brain. It's just like wanting to kill them for food.
What we're training for.
Mm. Like one of the characters, Jemima, trips over and Emma scoops her up and keeps running, which is a good nod back to when she scooped up the two boys and was running from Sister Crone. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
She's
That was
carrying the two
crazy.
boys and continued running in that bit. So for her to scoop up Jemima and keep running, it's easy apparently.
Now I gotta say, like, the fact that Emma was able to keep out of her reach, that was crazy.
In Sister Crone scene.
Yeah, when she was chasing after her. I mean, Emma was bolting. That was like, I don't know why, but it made me think of Captain America, Civil War, where Steve Rogers runs past Falcon. He's like, on your left. He keeps doing it. I don't know why. It just made me think of that.
Yeah. So yeah, that first scene is just like that happens later in the episode. We do a bit of a momentary a bit of a flashback to earlier in the day where the kids take a moment to observe their surroundings. I miswrote the note as they have escaped the monster. This is before the monster chases them.
Yeah.
Somehow, Lenny and Tomo climb up a fallen tree, and Lenny falls without injury. What? It's like,
Yeah, I don't know. He landed in a different position, I guess.
I mean,
don't
you
know.
could say, oh, little kid, they're gonna get into accidents, they're gonna be fine, sort of thing. But no,
Maybe.
I think he's like 5, so he'd be at that age
Yeah,
where his skull wouldn't be as malleable, and could possibly break a few bones.
possibly.
But no, he's perfectly fine. So later on, they take a break to eat food, stuff like that. And Ray's looking over at Emma, because Emma's keeping an eye out for any creatures or anything like that.
Which is smart, because they don't want to let their guard down.
But Ray is just like, unintentionally scares her. It's like, he walks over with a bottle of water and waves it in her face, and that
And you
scares her.
literally see the whites in her eyes.
But But yeah, Ray's just
Like
like, yeah, there's no savage beasts in the area. Yeah. Also, like, Ray makes mention of, like, if he cooperated from the start of, like, season 1, when that started, Emma's hand would be fine, and, like, he says her hand, but the worst injury from season 1 was her leg.
Yeah.
I guess the subtitles were just wrong, or something.
Yeah. That was brutal then. Like, I thought, oh shit, did Isabella kill Anna? It's like, oh no, broke her
Emma.
leg. Okay.
Yeah. Just imagine if she did do that. It's just like all of a sudden Emma's just dead and it's just Ray left.
It's like Game of Thrones. Anybody's expendable.
Yeah, and then Ray like burns to death along with all the kids. It's just like,
Oh god.
that would be a dark route to go.
Yeah, right.
But it'd be interesting to see if that reality. It's just like the season 1 ends with all the kids dying. It's just like, oh.
That's what we need. A visual novel where you play as a new sister going to work for Mama Isabel, and you're going to make sure the children don't escape.
Well, I had an idea for like a prequel to Promised Neverland, actually.
Oh, okay.
With Isabella being the main character.
Is it like during her time at the school or when she's training?
When she's in the mum training.
Okay, yeah, I think that would be interesting to see.
Like, you don't worry about the house. We know what happens at the house. We know what's outside the walls. You do a prequel where we see what happens with the mums when they go through their training. Like, the fighting that they do. Like, the fighting training that they do. And the tests that they take. Because, like, Isabella was really a pretty strong character. Anyway, getting back to the kids and their attempts to escape. Like, Ray and Emma start discussing what they need to do next. Because, like, they need to figure out where to go and all that. So yeah, like Emma brings up seeing a river flowing through, but Ray's like, yeah, the demons and the adults would assume that's where they would go. That's like the number one spot they would go because they would need water. And then Gilda and Don join them, and it's like to find out exactly where they're going. And apparently it's southeast, which is according to the pen that Norman left for them that he got from Sister Crone. So Sister Crone is actually doing a lot more help than she expected.
Yeah,
in the end,
doing a lot more help in death. She's more useful than when she was alive.
Yeah. But we find out that the pen belongs to William Minerva.
And that's the guy who put the coded messages in the
books.
The Morse code and whatnot.
He did all the Morse code. This pen is very, very useful as well.
Yeah, it's like the holy grail of pens.
It's the ex machina of pens.
Yeah. It's the one pen to rule them all type of pen.
So yeah, we find out that the group of kids are in B01-14. And Emma's like, yeah, here's where we are on a digital topographic map that's like another screen of the pen. And then Ray translates some Morse code on another screen, so we're going to be talking a lot about screens. It says, touch me, so he puts his hand on the owl, and that reveals a code to solve. Which, good thing they bought the book that has no Morse code. Because,
You imagine if they brought the wrong one?
yeah, it's just like, we can't do anything. We literally have no location.
That's
But,
why you always that's what I like. What they were doing, they weren't just preparing for they weren't just preparing their escape. They were preparing for what they were doing afterwards,
yeah, like the
and you've
creators of the
seen,
show.
yeah, like you've seen the show Prison Break, right?
No.
Well, basically, the guy, like, I'll keep it short, but
I have seen
this
Money
guy
Heist.
Michael,
I have seen Money
yeah,
Heist.
yeah.
That's a good
Well, Prison
example.
Break, yeah, no, but this is a good one because what he does is he gets himself thrown in prison, but he tattoos the prison's blueprints on his body, but covers them up with tattoos.
Oh.
And so they're not just for inside. The tattoos also have plans for what they're gonna do outside.
Yeah.
And so he's prepared himself for that, which is pretty good.
But yeah, in Money Heist, that's the same sort of thing. It's like everyone in the plan knows the layout of the building, and
And they also know like outside and what they're gonna do after.
yeah, and also like how the police operate and all that stuff. Like this one guy knows everything about everything basically.
You see the new Korean Money Heist?
No,
Yeah, it's another Money Heist series.
nothing's
But
gonna
anyways,
beat nothing's gonna beat Money Heist.
yeah, it's the same Money Heist just with Koreans.
Yeah,
But anyways, let's get back on topic.
yeah. So yeah, but like using the book with no Morse code, they enter the code human into the screen, which brings up the message saying B06-32. You want to take a note?
Sure. Um, Anna sees Yvette checking out the plant, and she notes that she has seen it before in a book at the house. The plant Yvette was looking at stores fresh water, which saves a trip to the river. The Adventures of Hugo is Minerva's guidebook to surviving the world outside the farm. Now, this plant that stores the fresh water, isn't
It's
it
like
the
a
same?
succulent.
Yeah, it's like the flowers that we see in the a couple times in the first season,
No, we
except
don't see that plant. What you're thinking of is that white flower, aren't you?
yeah, you know the flowers how they suck up the blood in the people.
That's a different flower to the one Yvette is looking at.
Yeah, but but like it's the same kind of thing. You know what I mean?
No,
So
it's
this plant stores fresh water, but the other flowers in that stored blood.
no.
So they're not the same, but they have the same like kind of purpose. You know?
So that white flower is the only one that sucks up blood.
Yeah.
Like all
And
the
I
other
assume,
ones
like, because they're
operate on water.
demons, they're going to be eating the bodies. I assume they're going to be drinking the blood too.
And also,
So I assume they would eat
Yvette is
flowers.
she's like a little kid with black hair and red eyes. I think it was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So this plant saves the gang a trip to the river. The
you
Adventures
already
of
mentioned it.
Hugo is
You already read
Minerva's
that.
guidebook. Yeah, just
Yeah,
fine. The demons are able to track their direct direction to the southeast.
because like they got like
Meanwhile,
bloodhounds or demons.
yeah, and so the kids have to douse their lamps during the night when they see a giant swarm of firefly-like creatures heading straight for them. And then this brings us back to the opening where they're all running.
Yeah.
So, so Emma and Ray.
You
So
okay?
Emma says that that she and Ray need to take care of the creature. Emma nearly falls down a hole trap referred to in The Adventures of Hugo as the snakes of El Bapinera.
I tried looking this up, and literally the only thing that came up for the snakes of Pinera was like the show. And also people writing their own stories around it. I don't know why.
Me neither. Anyways, Ray sends Emma and Jemima
Jemima.
out to out to Gilda's group while he traps the creatures in the snakes of Alba Pinera. And I remember like the demons was like, "Oh, it's okay, we killed the demons. Come on out,
Yeah.
you're safe now." Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
because like as like this demon creature falls into the pit, its head gets sliced off by the
yeah,
demon tracking them.
which
And
is pretty cool.
yeah, and Ray's like, yeah, everyone's dead. I'm the only one left alive. Because it's like self-sacrifice sort of plan.
Yeah, yeah. So Emma goes to look for Ray, but collapses from exhaustion. Her ear wound has opened again, and she has a burning fever. And her ear wound is from season 1 when she cut her ear off.
Which wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, because Ray was originally going to kill himself.
No,
Big FU.
but part of Emma's plan wasn't to cut her ear off.
Yeah, no, this was after everything went wrong. So after she got her leg broken, then all the plan changed. And when Ray was going to kill himself, then the plan changed again.
So no,
So
the Ray killing himself was
his
actually
plan,
sort of,
sorry.
it is his plan, but it was also the catalyst for Emma's plan,
Yeah,
which was actually Norman's plan because he wrote it down before he died.
that's right, sorry.
So Norman is like the mastermind of season 1, all the way through to the end. I knocked my mic over and for no reason just then.
Is it alright?
Yeah, it's fine. Probably in the video you'll hear just like a sound.
Okay.
So yeah, like it wasn't in Emma's plan for her to cut her ear off, but it's a good thing she did.
If there is no ear, can it be called an ear wound? Wouldn't it just be a wound?
Either one works, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, that's
because
just kind of
it's where her
my
ear
mind.
was, so technically it would be an ear wound.
I don't know. So it's just little things like that blow my mind.
Anyway, we got a new character showing up in this moment, and she's just standing there and points off in like the distance. It's like, go that way. And they don't show their face at all. It's just like
a hood shrouded in mystery.
yep. And meanwhile, Ray's being surrounded and collapses from exhaustion. All of a sudden, he gets picked up by a demon on a horse. I am sort of spoiling it a bit. He gets picked up by someone, but it's most likely a demon.
That out. You have to censor that part out. It gets picked up by a bee.
Nah. It's gonna be spoiled when we get to the second episode anyway. But this demon's smart enough to drop some smoke bombs to confuse the scent, the demon hounds, because they they smell the smoke and they lose the scent of human.
Because dogs have pretty powerful noses. Like, even if they're demons, like if we can assume that they work like regular dogs.
Yeah. I mean, how could a demon on a horse give you the slip so easily? You know which direction he's going.
Yeah.
And also sound. They just suck at the job. I'm like the guy that they're working for is like, he should be annoyed that they suck at their jobs. Shouldn't he?
No, well, you know what they say. The characters are only as smart as the person writing them.
So whoever's writing my story right now is not that smart.
Yeah, just like with my writing, characters aren't smart because I'm not smart.
Anyways, let's get back to Ray and the fact that he's woken up underground in like tunnels, and he's like searching for a way out of whatever he's in now, and finds Emma along the way. And Ray's like, "Yeah, we're not being kept as prisoners, but we're still underground, so that's a bit sus, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And Emma's like, "It might be Minerva that saved us, or someone from
Like,
his group,
it's like, who the hell is Minerva?
William,
No. Sorry, no, I was thinking of the other name. Sorry, the other M.
Majika."
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I haven't seen it yet. Um,
So yeah,
yeah, so the girl from earlier comes to get Emma and Ray for food before the other kids. Ray figures out she's a demon and asks why demons are saving humans.
and Emma takes a moment. She's Emma's like looks at Ray like, "Why are you asking that question?" And then looks down at the girl's feet and realizes it's like a demon foot.
Yeah. Either that or she's created the perfect disguise to blend in with the demons, you know?
Yeah, along with the other demon, huh?
Yeah. Spoilers.
Well, we're getting straight to episode 2, and we find out that so there's two demons that saved them. There's Sanju, who's like the big tall guy, and Majika, who is the girl in the hood.
Yeah.
And Sanju's came looking for Majika because she led Emma and Ray down the wrong tunnel. And
It's like,
I love Majika's reaction. It's just like bad timing, basically. So yeah, Emma's like freaks out and runs off. She's like looking for the other kids, and Sanju tells Ray to turn left at the end.
and Sonju, in case you're wondering, is the other demon.
Yeah, he's the big tall boy.
He sees the Slender Man mofo.
Nah, he's not as thin as Slenderman.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah, but he's got the muscles to back up his height.
Well, he's the Tender Man then.
Nah, I'm trying to think. It's like a character. He's like whoever that character is from One Piece. I don't know.
No, that's not him.
Like the one that has like an X on his chest. That's
Luffy.
Hmm?
Luffy's got an X on his chest now.
No.
Yeah, there's like, I've seen like those YouTube clips, and you see like in the anime he now has an X carved in his chest.
Well, you know who I'm talking about originally, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm just drawing a blank on
It's
the
like
name.
an X sort of mark on his chest.
Yes. And you know what they say, X marks the spot.
And that spot is back on the notes, Bailey.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sanjay and Rujika introduce themselves, and like they're like telling the kids, "We don't eat humans." Like, I don't know how trustworthy that statement is, really. But they don't eat the kids. Big spoilers.
Which to me it seemed a bit sus. Like, all right, what the hell are these two planning?
Mm. And then, like, later on, Emma's surprised to see Sanju and Mujika praying. It's like,
Yeah, and that's when they go to eat.
and the food is delicious. It'd be interesting to actually try and recreate whatever that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, after dinner, Emma and Ray approach Sanju to apologize for, overreacting earlier. And they ask him about what happened to the humans 30 years ago.
And then this is here we kind of get a backstory going.
Yeah, we finally get some backstory, and Ray's like, are we on a different planet to Earth? And Sanju's like, yes, you are on Earth. You are on... the year is 2046. So, time to sit down for an old tale. Where humans were hunted for food by demons, and some humans fought back and managed to kill more demons than the demons killed humans. And to keep a story short, they came to an agreement to segregate the worlds of demons and humans, and to stop hunting each other.
And that got me when I was hearing this. That made me think. Wait a minute. Are there some demons that are raising demons, and then these demons are being slaughtered and eaten by these other humans? So I was like, that was one messed up peace treaty, if that's true.
Sort of like what they're doing to the humans.
Yeah.
To the kids.
Yeah, that'd be like a messed up peace treaty.
No, but humans don't need to do the same thing that the demons need to do to survive.
Yeah, but I'm saying, wouldn't that be... How freaky would that be? And they're like...
Yeah.
And you'd see Emma, for example, be like, how could you do this? And it's like, it's peace. It's not perfect, but we've attained peace between our two worlds.
It'd be interesting if people were actually eating demons to survive. So yeah, we get a big truth bomb in this whole history lesson. The agreement was made in 1046, around 1,000 years ago. This agreement was made. I love Emma and Ray's reaction to it, though. They don't even stop to realize this thing has been going for 1,000 years. They're just like, there's a way to get back home.
But which home are they looking for? Are they trying to get to?
They're trying to get back to the human world.
Well, you know what they say. Home is where the heart is.
I don't think their hearts are really set on the demon world.
Well, you
and
know,
then, so just like, you can't cross over because of the agreement. It's like, they were raised in the demon world. I don't know if that applies to them. Does it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's like, they're humans raised in the demon world. So does the treaty apply to them in terms of crossing back over to the human world?
I don't know. Does cattle have a say in whether or not it's going to be eaten?
No.
There's your answer.
Anyways, let's get back to the kids and how they're like, we're gonna go to BO6-332. And they're like, so that they go through these tunnels that Sanju himself made under dead trees.
Yeah.
And like, Emma and Ray fill in everyone on like the possibility of them escaping back to the human world and what Sanju told them. But I don't think they leave out the whole story of the agreement. They're just like, yeah, there's a way we can get back home. So, like, they go to Soju and tell him, hey, we want to go out to the southeast area. So, and like, both Soju and Vegeta are like, you should exit from the north side of the forest to that area. And then we get montage of lessons. And
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, I don't know why, but it got me thinking of Rambo when you see his training montage.
Don't you mean Rocky?
Rocky, yeah, Rocky, not Rambo, sorry.
Yeah, Rambo is like just gunfire.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like, so they learn, like the kids learn how to chop wood without like a full-on proper axe, building a campfire, and foraging for water succulents, like the ones that Yvette was looking at earlier. And then we get a moment where Gilda's like, she loses it a bit on Emma, and it's like, literally like tackles her, and it's like, you tell us if anything's wrong. And then also all the other kids start going off on Ray for playing tag with the pursuers. And Sanju is like, even agrees with the kids that Ray would have died. Although they wouldn't have killed him because they need his head for you know.
Yeah. Because knowledge is power.
Yes. And knowledge sustains the head demons. Which is those demons that we saw sitting around the table. We find out that Ray's a bit of a chef. It's like, he's good at cooking. Also,
which is surprising.
Yeah. Also, apparently, the demon world has potatoes.
It's like, where the hell are they getting these potatoes from?
It's like, we actually sort of see that. Like when Sanju is showing the plants on, like, what looks like potatoes on the vine. So, I would say that's, like, the potatoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, where did they get the stuff to make dumplings? Like, because dumplings, you need the dough. So you need flour, and yeast, and all that. Oh no, you don't really need yeast for dumplings, don't you? But you know what I mean, right? It's like,
yeah.
They got all the stuff to make dumplings.
But the question is, what do demons like do? Do they make dumplings for themselves, or do they set them as trap? You know?
Mm.
Do they hunt humans in the wild and use dumplings as bait?
Well, there's not many humans in the wild.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, imagine like hunting a deer, but it's like a human. Instead of deer food, you use dumplings.
Ooh, dumplings.
It's like, if you've seen that Family Guy thing with James Woods, ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
what I
piece of
always
candy.
reference when I say that sort of thing. Ooh, a dumpling. Ooh, a dumpling. Ooh, a dumpling.
Alright,
So
so
yeah,
moving on,
we
where were
we
we?
continue on with another sort of montage uh, of them going through the tunnels and more lessons where they learn about botany, medical applications of plants, cartography, archery, and also making bows for the archery.
Yeah.
And we find out that Emma is a good shot.
Which is like surprising as she hasn't really had any training.
Well, she's had a little bit of training. She would have had a little bit of training with Sunju.
Yeah, but she's like from that little bit of training, she's that good. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Well, Ray's also really good. He managed, like, later on we see him manage now a shot in the eye of a demon. Of a demon creature.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sonju goes to scout out the area across the river to make sure it will be safe to cross over, and Emma asks to tag along to see the surface. Emma hears a noise in the tree, but it turns out to be a weasel.
Yeah.
Yep, the demon world has weasels.
Yeah, the demon world has weasels. Why? That does not make sense.
How does that not make sense?
Because weasels is a human world creature. It's like,
Well, you
it'd be
know.
pretty hard for
Wait.
a weasel to survive in the demon world without some sort of mutation happening from eating demon food.
Well, to be fair, you know, crocodiles and alligators existed when the dinosaurs roamed. And if they survived the volcano, then I'm sure
Yeah, but
weasels.
that makes sense in evolution. This is a different level of evolution to that. It's like,
I guess.
because it's like a weasel the weasels have to survive long enough and not getting mutations from eating fish from the water.
Maybe their body's adapted.
But it's still just interesting how there's weasels apparently.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting all the stuff you can sort of learn if you just pay attention to the details. Okay, you want to continue with the next one?
Yeah, sure. Emma asks Sonju to teach her how to hunt animals. Emma manages to shoot a bird with an arrow, and Sonju explains the next step is the gupna. The gupna involves the vampiric plant Vida, the plant from season 1, so that's the one that sucks up
Yeah,
the
it has to
blood.
be stabbed in the heart for it to work.
And, like, do demons use this plant to feed off?
So it
Trying to
basically
remember.
drains all the blood from the body so they can't get blood poisoning in a way. It prepares the food in a way.
Yeah. Alright, so where was I? The plant will only bloom if the gods accept the person's dedication of the food to the gods. Emma goes through with it, then almost throws up.
Yeah.
Emma hopes the kids that died without suffering.
Yeah, I feel
After,
like there was a little suffering. And I'm pretty sure
yeah,
Sandra even says there was a little suffering.
after getting back, Emma lies once again about being okay to the other kids.
Dun dun dun.
Little did she know that she's secretly being trained to be a mom. Can you imagine that if that was like the twist?
She just joins the humans.
No, she like joins the demons. It's like everything she's going through. It was like one big test.
No, she joins the humans and the demons because they're working together.
No, I mean she joins the demons to raise the humans on the farm because like everything
Yes,
she's going
but
through now was just like one big test.
there's also the humans that work with the demons.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Because you got all the mums, the grandma, and other characters that we find out about later, the human pursuers that we find out about later.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very lucrative cooperation going on between the demons and the humans at Gracefield.
Yeah. Alright, and then that brings us to the end of episode 2.
And we're gonna get straight to episode 3.
Yep, I actually have to get, because it's been an hour, I need to get my shit out of the laundry. Just keep going, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, Emma sits down with Majika and shows her some photos of the kids that she had to leave behind at the house. Meanwhile, we also see Ray playing Sanju against Sanju in chess and beats him in it. Both conversations sort of turn towards Norman. Because, like, every once in a while, it has to keep coming back to Norman for no reason. So yeah, Emma says Majika is nothing like a demon, despite being one that realizes how insensitive that sounds and apologizes for it. But Majika's like, it's fine, and she's like, I've never, she says that she's never seen or talked to a human in her entire life. And later on, we see Ray's stuck on a code screen that he cannot solve, but he will be able to solve it soon. And so yeah, Sanju, Majika, and the kids have reached the exit of the forest, and they're finally entering the wasteland. And like Majika gives Emma amulets as a parting gift. So, and Majika and Sanju are going off on their own journey. So Sanju knew that Emma and Ray were the top brains of Gracefield Farm. That's why he didn't turn them in. He saved them in hopes of them breeding outside the farms. I mean, they're not related, are they? I hope they're not related. So yeah, Majika, he's hoping, Sanju is hoping over time that the natural population of humans would go up, and so that he could hunt them for food. Anyway, we're gonna leave those kids. Leave Sanju and Majika to whatever they're doing. Like, Sanju does have something that he needs to do, and we find out that Chrissy is a bit of a human compass, being able to point out the exact direction that they needed to go, which is like east/southeast direction.
Is that what I missed?
I'm on to the point where Chrissy's a human compass.
Alright, let's do this.
Like, the kids have gone to the wasteland, and Chrissy proves herself to be a human compass. And, like, Toma and Lanyon confirm it to be correct. So, which is... Here's another point. The demon world has the same poles as Earth.
What do you mean poles?
Like North Pole, the North Pole and South Pole. Because that's what you need for a compass to work.
Yeah. Sorry, when you said poles, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Poles as... Were you thinking of, like, people taking a poll or something?
Yeah, like statistics. I was like, what the hell?
Poles as in magnetic poles.
Yeah.
And we cut back to Sanju for a moment, where he just straight up decapitates two of the pursuers. And...
No hesitation right there.
Yeah, and stabs one in, like, the throat or something.
It was epic.
Yeah. But it's that's just like a small moment in the show. It's like a small scene. But we go back to the kids, and they've reached B06-32. And nothing is in sight. They're literally just standing in the middle of the wasteland.
Yeah, not the fun wasteland like in Fallout.
Yeah. So Ray's like taking
Well,
out
New
the
Vegas
pen.
is the best one. I'm just gonna say it. Getting
Huh?
back on topic now. I was saying New Vegas is the best one. Okay, so getting back on
Yeah,
topic.
Ray's like taking out the pen, and he's pulled up like another code screen that he couldn't solve earlier. And then they're able to solve it because it's location based. So this pen not only has all these digital screens set to come up at when the right thing is entered or the right thing is done, it's also like it also has like a geotag on it to know the exact location. And then that geotag allows them to trigger things at that location. It's not confusing whatsoever, isn't it?
No, of course not. It's like, like 2 plus 2 is 4. It ain't difficult.
Yeah. 2 plus 2 is 4. I cannot believe that is an actual line in a song. Just 2 plus 2 is 4.
I cannot believe some people argue 2 plus 2 can equal 5.
What?
Yeah, some people are like, no, you can if you approach it from this angle. 2
Oh
plus
yeah,
2
that
can
is a
equal
thing.
5.
That is a thing, yeah. It's like the question of like 0 to the power 0. Is it 0 or 1?
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the easier stuff. The screen is unlocked with the word history, and all of a sudden a hatch opens, and the kids enter the bunker sort of facility, and like no one is in the facility. It's been abandoned.
But the question is, why? Why
Yeah.
was it abandoned if it's so safe?
So they do find a letter from Minerva pinned to the wall, and a radio in the monitor room.
And then they begin exploring the place,
It's like
finding many
all
nice
these
rooms,
beautiful rooms.
including one hidden behind the piano.
Because Nat goes up, like sees the piano and he goes to play it for a bit, and then
Yeah.
like another character like walks up and it's like, bink.
You know what I would do to hide a room?
What?
What I'd do is to screw with people. I'd have to say a dozen doors, and you open the doors, and in the doors when you open them, it's like a shelf for library books. And so people would be like, they'd be so confused, they wouldn't realize that when you open the door, you also have to pull a book in order to open it.
But
That would be like a massive hidden troll right there.
but you gotta make sure the person's not right behind you when you do that.
Yeah.
So you have the time to close the door, move the bookshelf back into place.
No. You see, what would happen was, so you open the door, but then you'd have to pull a book, and then the bookshelf would like
Slide
go back.
Way.
Yeah, it'd slide backwards.
Yeah, but you gotta be able to put it back into place.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to close the door, push the bookshelf back into place to fool them.
Yeah.
And you gotta do that before they get to the door.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure you can't have light getting through the back of the bookshelf as well.
Yeah, true.
Which, that's easy, though.
No, unless maybe the massive troll could be, they'd open it, and there'd only be one book, and then they pull the book, and a trapdoor would release under them.
Ah! Anyways, getting back to the hidden room behind the piano and all that, like, even behind that, in that room, there's a hidden secret passageway, like tunnels, which will be useful later. And then probably, like, as I was writing this, I realized just how gay it sounded. Because, just because of the way I phrased it, unintentionally.
Oh yeah, they have a shower and bathe together.
It's like it's all the
On
young
how
boys.
young they are.
Yeah, it's like
You're never too young to learn new things, kids.
it all of a sudden Buck the Pico.
Yeah.
Ugh. I love how like one of them is like, it feels like I'm 10 years younger, and then another kid's like, wait, no, we're not even 10 yet. Which is just, it's like a perfect encapsulation of how smart they are, but also how young they are. And then Don joins them in the bath. And then it's a real party. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone gets to the table for dinner. And Ray's going over everything the whole place has to offer and brings up like the biopower one. And we find Don is surprised you can get power from your poop.
Yeah, that was weird.
But Ray's like, I said compost. I feel like he actually said poop, but he's trying to play it off like he didn't say it.
Yeah.
Because that would be a Ray thing to do.
Yeah. So the group manages to tune into what frequency the plants at Gracefield Farm are on. Later on, Don brings Emma and Ray to a locked door in the garden room.
And this door is not like lock as in like key lock. Meanwhile, Yvette, the avid adventurer of the group, finds yet another room. But this one has the scribblings of the word help on the wall. Like, over and over. So, and Emma, like, sticks the pen into the door and opens it to find a phone that rings when they get there. And it's William Minerva! He's on the other end of the line.
Dun dun dun.
They've finally got in contact with him. And that ends... We end episode 3 on that cliffhanger.
And now we get to episode 4. Unlike Escape Room,
Remember that movie?
Ray only needs to hear the phone call once to figure out it's a recording from Minerva, considering he continues while Emma shouts into the phone.
Do you remember
real
Escape
name...
Room?
What?
Do you remember the movie Escape Room? Like,
yeah.
the first room, they're like, the receptionist like, please be seated and all that.
And then she locks,
and it takes
and she leaves and
like several listens of it to realize it's a recording. Ray is too smart for that.
Oh yeah. So Minerva's real name is James Rattray, and remember that name, kids, Rattray. And
yeah.
he used to be affiliated with the farms. He provided the clues in the books in the libraries of the farms.
I just want to go back to the escape room comment that I made. I wonder how good the kids would do in that movie. Because like,
Sorry, what?
I wonder how well like Ray, Emma, and all the other kids would do in that movie.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty smart. Especially
I
Ray and
think I
Emma.
think Ray and Emma have 100% chance of making it out, but I don't know about the other kids.
And so let's just say, like, in that situation, it's like you got Isabella, Ray, Emma, Norman, Sister Crone, and like some other character, probably probably Gilda. It's like they don't have a very high chance of escaping because they're smart and strong.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry for that detour. Let's get back to the notes.
Alright. Other kids have been here before the group we are following, hinting this place might not have been the best place for kids in the past before being repurposed for protecting kids.
Yeah.
The previous kids slowly left for the human world without a plan,
Like,
and that's where they screwed up, unlike our group.
I wonder how they got out in the first place. Like, are there other kids that figured out the secret of the house, figured out how to get over the cliff, all that stuff, had a pen to get to this location,
Or maybe,
like all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they
maybe,
become stupid because they're safe.
no, what I think what would happen is maybe the cliff, like how when Norman gets to the top of the wall and he sees the
Oh,
big chasm.
are you thinking it's
What if
only
that
at
was
that one?
what if that was built after some kids
Ah,
escaped as a way to make sure it doesn't happen again? Because the point of the farm is like the one Isabel runs is meant to be the best one.
yeah.
So it wouldn't do good if you're putting up barbed wires and fences. The kids would get suspicious of that. So what do? Like where the big wall is, you dig a giant chasm
I
so
wonder
no one
what.
can escape.
Did they get like a giant demon to do that sort of work?
Maybe they got like the demon version of a construction crew.
Just like a giant earthworm.
Yeah.
They borrowed the Middle Earth Eaters from Lord of the Rings.
Or a fresher more from Mass Effect.
Yeah. Anyway, so Minerva's no longer going to be guiding these kids, except of obviously through the pen.
Yeah.
Like, but they have like no location other than this one location that's way out to the west side of the map. It's like all the way out at D100. Like, they're going to be traveling for ages. Like, just imagine having to go that far just to escape.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But we know exactly what ends up happening.
You know, self-preservation is a strong motivator.
Yeah. You know what else is a good motivator?
What?
Keeping a journal. Which is what Anna
I
does.
guess.
And we find out that the date is the 22nd of January 2047. And then we sort of get another montage with more preparation stuff. Survival montage and training montage rolled into one. And complete with some hints of what will happen soon. At one point, Alicia, who's like a little girl with blonde hair and like a bun, has to stop Chris from running too far from the base. He's like, he's like one of the little boys that has bluish hair. that's mostly the way I took note of names.
Yeah.
That and Nat and Dominic. So, after our little montage, we find out like the kids have gone very relaxed with their living situation, considering they're still in the demon world.
And that's why you got to keep your guard up.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why Emma and Ray are there, and Gilda and Don. They're like the four protectors, the four horsemen of protection. But yeah, they're like one of them's like, I want pancakes, pudding, and Emma's like, can't really offer those things, but we'll hunt something delicious for you.
Yeah.
And Dominic's like, I want to join in the hunt, because Dominic has actually gotten pretty good at hunting, and I'm pretty sure no one knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, who remembers Dominic? He's an afterthought. I remember Dominic. He's got a mean hook.
And he's got...
Remember when he punched Norman and Ray?
No, you're thinking of Don.
Don.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dominic's the little kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got white hair.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
So yeah, it's like Toma and Lennon also want to tag along.
Yeah.
And they're like, we won't do anything stupid. Although I feel like their stupidity is genius in a way, in what comes up.
Yeah.
It's like, Dominic's not a good shot. And Gilda has been collecting like a bag of greens and nuts. But the true catch of the day, it comes from Toma when he finds and momentarily catches a gooey, which is what he calls them. It's like some sort of land fish. It's a fish bug sort of thing. So yeah, everyone that's on the hunt gets down and slimy with catching gooey until one lands in a backpack, which is like leads them to the idea of like, we'll use our bags to carry all this fish back.
Yeah.
And so they've got all like 3 full plates of like stacks of fish bugs, like gooey, and it's time for the gooey taste test, and Nat draws the good luck paper. He's the one with the red hair that plays the piano.
Yeah.
Nat doesn't want to do it, and he's like, I won't do it. Like, I don't want to do it, and if you make me do it, I won't play piano.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tom and Lennon and Ray step up to the plate and bite the gooey.
That's a weird name to say, gooey.
Yeah, we won't be saying it that much. But yeah, after 30 minutes, they're like, the gooey is safe to eat, and start digging in.
Yeah.
You want to take the next note?
Okay. So, what time for the gooey taste? That was, yeah? Yeah, we're up to that one. Time, this is after catching the gooey, right? So, time for the gooey taste.
No, I just read that one.
Sorry, the Daily Radio.
Yes.
Check-in confirms that the date is the 26th of February, 2047. While the focus is on the farms, it's time to see Isabella once again in all her prison cell glory.
Yeah, she's been kept in prison because she let the kids escape.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
because I remember, and we see like, she just because she's a mother doesn't mean that she can't be punished.
yeah.
So Sarah pays her a visit to say she'll be seeing the kids once again real soon.
And Sarah's the grandmother that she took care of
Yeah,
Isabella.
yeah, and it makes you think, because Emma and Ray left a bunch of the other kids behind.
So who's looking after
So,
them?
yeah, no, what I was thinking was, would she have been in a prison cell if all the kids escaped? You know what I mean? I think, like, if they all escaped, then she'd probably end up dead for
Yeah.
losing all that precious stock. But
Brain
because
meat.
some of them were, because some of them were left behind, I think she was able to get some leniency.
So Emma, in a way, saved Isabella, but not taking all the kids.
Yeah, in a weird way. So, things are going as normal as things in a survival bunker can for the kids, with Rosie teasing Dawn for falling asleep.
So Rosie, for clarification, he's another kid with white hair, but he's got like the weirdest face in the whole lot.
Yeah, that's a face even a mother can't love.
No, I'm pretty sure Isabella loved it.
Yep, send him out to the demons. You can have this one, defective goods.
It's interesting to see that that's like he's like the unique one in that term,
Yeah.
in that instance. So all of a sudden, a giant explosion happens right at the entrance that they've been using.
Yeah.
It's time for the humans to try and capture these little troublemakers.
And how exactly did these humans find them?
Because of Ray's note.
What a twist.
But in the same situation, those demons were killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the demons that saw the note were killed by Sanju, so someone else must have found the note, or they radioed it in.
Yeah. So Gilda checks on the numbers of the kids and comes up too short. Dawn and Rosie are stuck in the monitoring room.
Yep.
Isabella understands her children are special and will get away from the human pursuers. Dawn and Rosie give a pursuer the slip by Dawn fake surrendering.
He's like, don't shoot me! And then, like, Rossie's like, come, go! And then Dawn's like, bang, with the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they get away in the secret passageway. I'm surprised that,
The humans didn't know it?
No, that they have guns in this world.
Yeah. And ammo.
Yeah, it's like, you'd think that's something the demons would want to make sure isn't like a thing, because
when we get to the end of the season, we'll see how extensive the humans have control, really.
yeah.
Because they have a lot of control. Anyways, so yeah, Chris is leading all the kids through the tunnel system, because it's like he knows the whole system after all the time they've spent there. And like Apsua finds them and lets slip. There's a second entrance.
Yeah.
And like Toma and Lanyon managed to provide somehow managed to knock the gun out of the guy's hand. Like, that's some good accuracy of like the first shot hits the gun and then the second one hits the gun out of the guy's hand.
It's skills right there.
Yeah. And then Emma and Chris charge him and push him over the edge. He doesn't die though. He doesn't die. We actually see him hanging like off the side. And it's not like a straight drop. So all the kids manage to get out of the bunker and start running for the forest, but they get captured. The only ones still not captured are Emma and Ray. All the other kids have been caught. So what does one of the pursuers do? Shoots his gun in the air to tell him to stop. It's like, bullets have to come down, man. If you have an unlucky shot, you can hit one of them, hit Emma or Ray in the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, all of a sudden, just dead.
And like you'd think like they're gonna get in some shit because Emma and Ray, they're like the number one priority.
Yeah, it's like they can't kill them because they need them alive.
Yeah.
But it also sound. That's a big problem. As a demon comes right up to the pursuers and eats them all.
Yeah.
And the kids manage to get away.
Yeah, good on the kids.
Yeah. And looks like Isabella's getting a deal to get the children back for her freedom. And also something else we don't hear.
Gracefield and something else.
Dun dun dun.
What is that? What is that something else? Well, we'll have to find out next time.
On Anime versus Reality.
Yes, as this is the last episode.
Yeah.
For this week.
There is a recap episode in the middle. It's sort of like a semi-recap.
Should we bother doing notes with that, or?
I'll probably still do notes for it. Although, I'll try and keep it as short as possible.
Yeah.
Just notes on any new things. Especially with what we're going to be finding out in the future.
Yeah.
Even though I think Bailey might have already given away a little bit.
Have I? Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm pretty sure you have. Anyways, links will be in the description to both of my channels and also both of Bailey's channels for you guys to go and check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding.
Dong, 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 dong.
And the Mad Scientist, out.
Laters, everybody.